Hello again, everyone. Saki here, and welcome back to another episode of Crusader Kings 3 for absolute beginners. And when we last left off, we declared war on Ossory and brought in some of our allies. First and foremost, though, we need another Chancellor. Make sure that when you have an alert for an empty Counselor position that you fill it. And right now, our court isn't looking too strong. We have our steward and our marshal and a regular old champion with a 0 diplomacy. In the meantime, I learned that inviting people to court using the character finder is much more difficult than CK2. It's relying on our court guests. Looking through here, we do have a guest here. Garb Nick Conlock MacFinica has came. And unfortunately, she's female, and in our religion, we cannot appoint a female to a council position aside from Spymaster. So she isn't going to help us a bit, and no other guests are coming, so that is a thing. We declared war on Ossory. We are now a part of the Ormondian Conquest for the earldom of Ossory. We've got right here. We can see that we've attacked Jarl Halfdan Whiteshirt of the Isles, and he has called in Jarl Halfdan of Jorvik as his ally. We also have 2 allies of our own, High Chieftain of Munster and Prince Huel of Tewebarth. So Wales is going to come over here. So as we can see, Jorvik is pretty big. The Isles are pretty spread out. Anyone else involved in the war? Nope, just us. So a pretty, it says we're even Steven on the armies, but let's just go ahead and see. One thing we don't want to do is broadside this 2100 stack right away, but we can go for the war goal. So let's go ahead and set our military rally point, and we'll go ahead and set a rally point to here up near Thoman, and we're just going to march right across to Ossory. We'll go ahead and raise up all armies and get them over there, and we will go speed 2 just to make sure we don't miss anything. We only have 3 out of 8 champions, so our marshal is our best champion for sure. Then we have our steward, who, you know, better than nothing, and then just a regular old champion. So we've got 8 months left in this siege, and it looks as if these 2100 are coming up. We've got 1100 here. That is an ally army. We may be able to jump in. All right, so our ally is here. Does that mean he's going to stay? Or are we going to march away? All right, so 1800 versus the 2200. He was caught out. Our champion was wounded. That's all well and good. Oh, and a diplomacy perk. Outstanding. I don't know if anything diplomacy-wise is going to help us out with this war, but we've got August. Next up is Friendly Counsel. So each friend that we have gives 2 random skill points. Then we are able to go to Sound Foundations, where each living child gets a random skill point, and then Patriarch. And that is going to be more fertility, less stress, and family opinion. So we'll go ahead and take what is thoughtful. Yeah, we're not going to be sending gifts anytime soon, so we'll go ahead and do Friendly Counsel and see if our allies can come in and help. I don't know if they're already at war, but this is definitely not good for us. Yeah, I know we have an empty council position, but we have 900 troops coming over here. So hopefully these guys will be able to do something. It looks like our allies are marching north, trying to siege down the rest of the Isles. I mean, that would be fine to get some war score, but we need to control Ossory. Basically, if we can sort of distract them a bit so that they don't take the war goal, then this war score from held objectives should go up while we wait on our allies to come. So 900 and 700, we need to meet up with these guys as soon as possible. Yeah, with enemy armies around, we can't disband, unfortunately. So let's prod around a bit, see if we can get our manpower back. And according to Ormond, that is owned by a neighboring ruler. So that really doesn't... Are we allied to Ormond? No, we're not. Oh, it's his war. Okay, so yeah, we were called in. Do we need to really help with this? I mean, it'd be good to make sure that they don't increase their capacity over here. And there's 240 troops getting wrecked. Let's head over here and see if we can indeed catch them off guard. Pick off the smaller armies as they come. Yeah, the 240 were beaten back. I don't know if they've hired mercs. We could almost afford mercenaries. Looking at our mercenary here, the cheapest is 131, but not available. The cheapest is 233. The rest of the mercs have been signed out. Christian pilgrims for the Holy Lands. Christian faiths now have access to the Crusades. So that's all well and good. Hopefully they don't crusade against us. We're a heretic Christian religion, but we're not as... I don't think we're as evil in the eyes of the Catholic Church as the Muslim influence down here in Spain or Jerusalem. So that would be better for us. Religious refugees. So the Isles rules over the nearby earldom of Ossory, yes, which is home to a large number of devout insularists. We cannot allow him to press the faithful. We gain a little bit stress because we are lazy. That would take us up to 85. We would need to go probably have a feast. I don't think feast would affect lazy. We get religious refugees, and Earl Ivar loses 25 opinion. Yeah, we don't want that. Send an envoy. Ooh. So, we gain 100 diplomacy lifestyle points either way, and a 20% chance that the local faith is respected? Nah, didn't think so. But at least we got those 100 bonus points for our diplomacy tree. All right, so 1,600 troops are here in Ossory. It would probably be best if we linked up with them, just in case these 2,800 decided to move. With her coming of age, my tuition of Finigula, our daughter. So she's a 3-star intellectual with a 9, 9, and 13. So she is a learned individual. And 2 years away from marriage. So hopefully she stays alive long enough to help us grow our dynasty. Looking at our house, we have 10 living members. And, okay, so they lost the war. So be it. So does Ormond now belong to the Isles? Okay. Interesting indeed. So yeah, we'll disband. We lost some manpower there, so let's get that back. We're making 18 a month. We didn't lose any of our light footmen, which is all well and good. And now we can sort of plan our next move. So Ormond is held by a neighboring ruler who is independent. He has 1,751 with his allies. As far as Ossory goes, that is the... Yeah, that's the big man. That's Jarl Ivar the Boneless. We're not going to be making a move on that anytime soon. So let's go up to speed 3. So Oplin is a independent ruler, but he lives probably over there in Scandinavia. Yes, indeed. So if we were to press the attack on Oplin, we would have to bring everyone over here and siege all of that down. We wouldn't be lucky enough to capture any family members, so we couldn't win the war early. The bishop... Okay, so he belongs to Jarl Von of Smolen? And man, that is a crap ton away. These guys are going to be hard-pressed to keep a hold of this place. And we have the barony, and their liege is over here in the middle of nowhere as well. All right, we are befriending. Nice, what a good day. Ends our scheme to befriend, and we are good friends. And thanks to our diplomacy perk that we just got, looking at our tree, each friend gives 2 random skill points. So we can get some more skill points from our friendship. And what we really need is visitors to our court. That's one thing that we're going to be looking out for is male guests with good stats. That way they can join our council. Alright, so are we in line to inherit anything? We can vassalize Chieftain Dunchad. Offer vassalage. All right, I accept your gracious offer of vassalization, my liege. All right, so this becomes a part of Munster as well, because it's part of the de jure duchy title of Munster. It was our rightful land, and I guess he felt he needed some more protection. So we do have a powerful vassal here, and take a look at that. That is some decent stats for sure. I'm pretty happy with that. So as a chancellor, we are going to point our chieftain into chancellor. If we look at foreign affairs, there are 3 negative side effects that can possibly happen due to his skill, his average skill. If we do domestic affairs, where it's direct vassal opinion, will he talk to himself? That is a question, as we have one direct vassal, himself. So would he talk to himself? That's a good experiment. Let's take a look and see if he'll talk to himself. Yes, indeed. He talked to himself and said, hey, this guy's pretty good. Foreign affairs? Yeah, we need the prestige more, though. So yeah, I think we will take the little bit of opinion hit to try to increase our prestige up, because that's where we're getting most of our stuff done. Speaking of which, what we are going to do... Ooh, children lacks a guardian, our son. Alright, so looking at our children, we have 9 of them. Holy crap on a cracker. So you're 13, and you are being taught by us. Outstanding. Oh, there's a bully? Our grandson is bullying our son. Grow a backbone. Alright, so Aramon doesn't have a guardian. Alright, so our next in line, let's go ahead and educate him. We'll send that proposal. So that is Aramon taken care of. Once he accepts. And then we have son Miragus. Oh, our giant son, and he is looking pretty good in stewardship. And our wife is a Midas touch, so she would be perfect. Perfect indeed. Catholic? No, we don't want her to convert. We don't want her to convert our son, who is insular and Irish. So we're not going to do that. And speaking of which, can we ask our wife nicely if she will adopt our faith? She will convert. Nice. Convert to faith. All right, Uladard endorses us. That's good. Thank you, Uladard. All right, the little gourmand. Kerbal seems to have been having a difficult time at the feast. Oh, he becomes gluttonous. So -2 on his stewardship. That's not his best skill. He's better as a backstabber, that's for sure. So if he was to become a deceiving fat man, it is sinful for Catholics. He isn't our direct heir, so we might not play as him, but he would be good to have as a backstabber. He could gain the impatient, and he can gain shy. Nope, you are a gluton, good sir. Your new faith believes that Hai is no longer our spouse. Oh, did we accept our spouses? Oh, crap. Yeah, we didn't want to do that. Well, we have plenty of family anyway, and if we are Catholic, then the Pope might not have a problem with us. Let's take a look at the religious map mode. Yeah, we have a little bit of Catholic influence over here. That may allow us to do religious warfare over here. I mean, we're tribal anywho, so we might be able to go to war against the other insular faith. So similar, yeah, you have allies. 2 allies, in fact. So through marriage between the king and the queen themselves, and then they have another alliance through 2 separate marriages as well. Or those are the same people. Yeah, so if we can bump off one of these... Murder. Nope, 5%. Murder. 20%. But no predicted agents. So this may be a time we send our spy master over to try to discover some secrets in this court. If we can convince, say, their spy master to find a hook on them, then we can get them to join the plot, knock off Khan MacMail Mir Niel, and make one less ally that we have to face if we take Connacht and Meath. All right, where are you staying, good sir? So you are here in the Barony, High Chiefdom of Meath. Let's try it. How good are you? 95% chance of learning a secret. Get in there and dig me up something. So in 7 months, we'll see if we can get a hook on any of the members of that court. And then that should allow us to follow through with that. Now, did we get a penalty because of our character traits if we were to try to murder somebody? All right, through marriage, it was this guy. Excuse me there, Pope Hieronymus III. I'm looking at how to kill somebody. Yeah, it doesn't say that we're going to get any sort of stress from trying to kill someone. All right, that you have yet to pledge your support to the upcoming crusade. We gain 90 piety. We pledge our support to the crusade. Sure. No beneficiary for the crusade. Our daughter? Sure. Select beneficiary. And we can't do that because she is... Oh, there we go. Nice. So 15,000 on the side of the Catholics, 14,000 on the side of the Sindhi. I don't actually think I'm going to sail over there. That's kind of expensive, and we got things to do. We are also increasing development here in our capital. The development is 3, so we need to get that up a little bit higher. In the name of the divine, following the death sentence of a lowly thief, I asked my son Araman what he thought. He expressed doubts on whether any god could want a realm to be ruled by a harsh law. He gets cynical. Intrigue and learning, but he doesn't gain piety. He isn't our direct heir, so sure, become cynical. That'll be fine. When he goes off to do his own thing, that will be fine. All right, so we no longer have anyone increasing the development because we don't have, a steward. Do we know a steward? Our chancellor, vassal, and champion, and then we have a champion and a friend. Do we have any visitors to court? Nope, no guess. I tell you what. Wait, we're Catholic. Does that mean we can now appoint onto our... Let's see, clerical gender. We may be able to appoint divorce, marriage type, crime, and clergy. We may be able to appoint her. Let's give it a try. How much does that cost? 3 gold? Enough to experiment? Sure. We are going to recruit Garb. All right, welcome, Garb. Can you become our steward? Nope, still can't become our steward. Well, Garb would be good to marry one of our sons. It looked like she had some decent stats. If we find Garb in here, 7, 5, 15, 110. Stubborn, diligent, and just. Good qualities to have. Only a level 2 education, though. But we've got our simple palisade constructed in Tralee. So that is pretty good. Looking at our castle holdings here. No, not our players, our holdings. So there is our palisades. We can construct war camps, gathering halls, or markets. Looking at our levies, we would definitely need some knight effectiveness, more levies, and we've got skirmishers as men-at-arms. So, yes, let us construct some war camps then, shall we? So that will improve Tralee. I kind of want to keep this as the seat of my power for now. So improving that plot of land would be pretty good. It's just a shame we don't have a counselor to sort of top that off. Catholicism's fervor decreased by 10 because of Prince Bishop Charles. Because of Lotharingia. Good job, Charles. All right, don't know what that is all about. Okay, so if we wanted to create a new Christian faith, so we are severely lacking in the piety department. Chief Rurik, or King Rurik. What happened? Oh, there's the Deus Vult, Deus Vult, Deus Vult. All right, so 220 gold is separate. But if we take all of our troops away from Munster, that may provide an opportunity for someone else to jump in. Yeah, I don't think we're going to go. We're going to pledge our troops, but yeah, there's really no reason to go and give up our land here. All right, despite my efforts, any secrets? And she doesn't believe we're going to find anything either. So no one in that court has done anything bad. That's pretty terrible. All right, 20,000 versus 14, and we're only contributing how many? 800? Y'all are going to be fine. You all are going to be fine. We don't want the kingdom of Jerusalem for ourselves. That's a long way away to try to rule that. Is everyone else going? I believe we're the only Irish or the only Catholic around here, but everyone in England is going to be going, which means we might be able to pull some cheekiness around here. As their high chieftain, my vassals owe me their allegiance. My word is law, but how much is obedience without devotion worth? In times of crisis, a slow response or a half-hearted effort can lead to disaster. Can I afford such a risk? So we gain generous liege for 10 years. The taxes goes down, but we only have one direct vassal. That would be Chieftain Dunchad, who likes us at 38. We don't need dread, or Jarl Ivar gains 20 opinion. Well, we don't want stress from arrogance. We don't need our taxes to go down. 15 opinion isn't going to do him much any good. Yeah, I have more important men to impress for now. If anything, we can just send him a gift. 37 gold for 24 opinions. So if his opinion is low, we can definitely, let's just send him a gift and say how awesome we are. There's at 62. That's more effective than that. What's going on up here? Are you in a war? Can we capitalize somehow? Just being raided. I see. So one thing I am interested in, I don't think we're allied to... We're not allied to Gwynedd, I don't believe. They have a truce with Rurik, and they are attacking in the Crusades. So their 1,100 troops should be pretty well indisposed. So that's the Petty Kingdom of Mercia. Yeah, I don't see their flag on the battlefield. So if we were to declare war, we don't have a Casus Belli, and we are allied in a war. Okay, so we can't sneak over. I thought we could do some backstabby sneakiness, but when the crusade is over, then we might be able to come over here before they come back. All right, focus recruitment, levy size plus 25%. What is our levy up to now? 905. We're not gaining any a month, though. Looking at our council, we are increasing or organizing levies. How is our control? So control is at 70. We're losing out on a little bit of taxes and levies, but this guy should do his part, one would think, to increase his own control. And 100% control there, 96% control here. So since this is our main holding, let's increase the control up a bit. It's only going to be 3 months, and then we will have our maximum control back. Countess Sigrid in Deus Vult in the Crusade. Well-organized levy. High Chiefess inspires recruitment. That's pretty good. Your acquaintance can... Oh, so a courtier's got married. All right, so our available perks, sound foundations. Each living child gives a random skill point. Boom, we're up to 20 on the stewardship. We have a lot of kids. Next up is patriarch, which is more fertility, stress loss, and close family and house opinion. Then we'll complete that tree and we will shift away from diplomacy, I believe, and start working in stewardship. How old are we, by the by, for us to do that? We're 66. So we're not going to be living for too much longer. Then we will be playing as this 15-year-old who is about to get married to this 28-year-old. You're ill. Don't die on me, kid. Hang in there.